What is up, Raider Nation? Your buddy Murph here, back with another RFR conversation with our good friend, Graphk Raider. Just got done. Myself and Swag Jeff had a really fun interview and look forward to bringing this to you all. Except the first 2 minutes, I forgot to hit the button.
Just press the damn button, nerd.
I know, it's ridiculous how often I forget to just
press the damn button, nerd.
I know, I'm sorry. So anyways, first 2 minutes of the interview, you'll hear the audio, but no video, and then it'll clip on there. But we appreciate Graphk Raider, and talk to you later. Go Raiders.
Just press the damn button, nerd.
All right, I get it. All right, Raider Nation, welcome back to another RFR conversation, and I'm so stoked to welcome in to the Fan Cave tonight on Raiders Fan Radio, the man that has taken over the YouTubes in terms of Raiders content creators. Man, you know him as Doc's ENT, Graphk Raider. He is all over the YouTubes, and of course, check him out, and I'll leave it to him to tell everybody where to find him, but you already found him, so let's just welcome into Raiders Fan Radio our buddy Graphk Raider. What's up, brother?
Hey, man, how you guys doing, man? I appreciate you guys for having me, man. You guys know I'm a fan of the show. I always pop in the chat, and I'm always trying to be as involved as I can, man. So thank you guys once again for having me, man.
Well, absolutely, man. It is great to have you. It's the first time here on our show. Of course, we got to we've shared some space on the YouTubes, and then of course got to meet you at your amazing flag football event that you had this last year at the draft, and then also at the Woodson Whiskey event. It was fantastic, and so really enjoyed getting to meet you and your freaking draft setup, man, which was top notch at the Ahern Hotel.
Legendary
freaking draft setup, dude. That was amazing.
That means a lot because you guys, like, your fan cave is one of my favorite backdrops out of anything on the internet. You know what I mean? It sucks because it's too hot. This Texas weather, like, I would be in my man cave with all my stuff, but it is blazing right now. So bear with me, you guys. I promise. I got a lot of Raider stuff too, man.
Well, you do as well, man. Your cave is set up. That's freaking awesome, man. Your whole setup and everything you got out there, and there's no doubt, man. You know that you got the bona fides, man. That a real Raider fan. You got the tattoos working, everything, man. So we appreciate that. So let me ask you real quick. And my buddy Swag Jeff is here for those on the audio podcast. Jeff's here. He's gonna have some questions for Graph about the current state of the Raiders. But before we get to that, I want to ask you about your Raider fandom. Like, where did it start for you?
Man, I was actually my story is very similar to a lot of other people. I was born into. My father was a diehard Raider fan. His dad was a diehard Raider fan. My grandfather's from Oakland. Grew up at Oakland Coliseum. Then we went to LA, and I'm gonna be honest, my grandfather became a Niners fan.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was terrible, but my father kept the trend going. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I was born into it, man. I was born into it, man. Born and raised in South Sacramento, California. Grew up in Oakland Coliseum watching us play. Diehard A's fan as well. And I know you, Murph. I know you love our A's as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know, so yeah, man, just born into it, man. I got that silver and black blood in me, man.
That's awesome, man. You know, and I love it. It's so many stories like that. And you're right. It's you're born into this thing, this Raider Nation fandom, man. It's passed down generation to generation. And it's, you know, we're in this new version now of Raider fandom. And being that the Raiders moved to Las Vegas, how do you feel about the difference? You know, being a guy that grew up around the Oakland Coliseum like I did. You know, You mentioned being an A's fan. Heck, my first game ever, I was in utero. My mom was pregnant at the 72 World Series with me, man. And so, you know, this stuff, it runs deep. But so talk about that, the difference now from what it was in Oakland to what it is now in Vegas.
As a Northern California resident, it hurt, man. You know what I mean? I'm not going to act like I didn't shed a few tears over it before, you know. but I mean, the older you get, you start realizing, right? Like, we deserve beautiful things too. You know what I mean? Like, in us being in Oakland, don't get me wrong, the Coliseum was a piece. It was a dump, but it was our dump.
It was our dump.
Yeah, and we loved it. I love the paper cups holding up on the roof to make sure the drainage doesn't come to. Like, I loved it, man. The pissy hallways. I loved every single thing about it. You know what I mean? But being at Allegiant Stadium, I've been there I think I've been about 5 or 6 games so far, and man, it's just nothing. There's nothing like it, man. There's nothing like it. I don't get me wrong. I miss the Seagulls. I miss, you know, the baseball field. I miss, you know, just Oakland Coliseum in general. But we definitely deserve Allegiant Stadium, man. Like, we deserve it. And I don't know if you guys know, but I'm actually planning on moving to Las Vegas here very soon.
Let's go, dude. That's awesome,
Let's
man.
go.
Right on.
So I'm trying to take, this stuff to the next level out there, but I want to help usher in that city into a Raider city. You know what I mean? And I feel like with you guys and other guys that we have on the platform, a lot of us, we have the greatest YouTube community out of anyone in sports, period, point blank.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I think with all of us, all of our help, we're going to help make this city a Raider city. But I mean, it does help to go get superstars like Chandler Jones and Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
It helps ease the blow because no one goes to Vegas to lose, man. You know what I mean?
Let's go.
You go to Vegas to win. So, but it hurt. It initially hurt, but I got out of my feelings. I'm a Raider at the end of the day. It doesn't matter where we are. I went through LA, I've been through Oakland, and now we're in Vegas. So here we are, Las Vegas.
Let's go. Let's go. And it's funny you mentioned that too about how we kind of deserve it as fans, and especially for all of us that put in all of our dues going to the Oakland Coliseum all those years. And I say put in dues, it was a glorious experience, and there's that tailgate still unmatched. And like you said, that people may have looked at it a certain way, like may have looked at it like they were marching into Mordor, but that was our place, man. That was our place. But it is nice to be able to go buy a beer and not miss the second quarter.
Definitely. Definitely. That for sure. That happened damn near every week I went to Oko, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But I'll say, the black stadium, you know what I mean? Like, it just, everything fits. Like, there's nothing like it. I live in Dallas right now. I've been to AT&T Stadium. I've been, I've been to a lot of stadiums. I go to a lot of road games. And I haven't experienced anything like it. Like, we're in Vegas, you go there for the bright lights, and we definitely went all out with the Legion Stadium, and I'm here for it, man. I'm actually really excited. I still drive by Oko when I'm back home, and I get chills, you know what I mean? I definitely do, man, because like you said, the tailgate experience, there's never going to be anything like it. And in Vegas, it's just too damn hot anyways. You know what I mean? You can't even enjoy, being out there in the parking lot too much, but Oakland is definitely going to always be home. It's always going to be in our hearts, and we're never going to let that go. We are always going to be the Oakland Raiders. And when I say that out loud, it makes me feel that much better about our movie. You know what I mean?
I still slip up, man. I still call them the Oakland Raiders every once in a while, man. It just kind of goes. It's like what you've always called. Heck, I call them the Oakland Raiders when they were in LA too, when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like, it's tough to break from that,
You're from the Bay Area, right?
Yeah, from San Jose, yeah.
Okay, so you're from San Jose. You moved to Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
You're always going to be from San Jose.
Oh, absolutely.
It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we moved, but we know where we're from. We know our roots, and it's always going to be Oakland at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Could not have said it better, my man. And so let's talk about some of your favorite moments from the Oakland Coliseum, and give us one or two. And then do you have any so far from what you've seen at Allegiant?
I'll start with Allegiant. Week 1. Last season, the Baltimore game, it was a roller coaster.
Oh,
I'm gonna be honest with you. When Willie Snead let the ball bounce off, I think it was off his hands in the end zone, they got the pick, and then I was just like, here we go again. Like, we're about to lose this game. And then we come down, and we make Baltimore fumble, we recover the fumble, and we end up winning the game. That was a highlight for me. The Chargers game, I was there.
Let's go.
Yeah, when we went to the playoffs, and I'm gonna be honest, I was very nervous at the end because I'm like, we cannot Raider this opportunity. Yeah, you know what I mean? We cannot Raider this opportunity. And Herbert scores last seconds, and then we come back in overtime to win it. The way it happened, it was beautiful. I'm really very happy that I was a part of those two games, but I was also there at the Chicago Bears game, Gruden's last game, and it was terrible. 14-9. The energy in the building was terrible, but other great Oakland, man. I mean, there's just a million of them. I was there for the Raiders Chiefs game when we scored about 10 times with like 3 seconds.
Oh, Crabtree.
Yeah, Crabtree. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And I was there for that. I actually missed the last touchdown because my wife's heels were killing her feet, and we had to walk out of Oko, and I heard it on the radio. So
wow.
So it's a great and bad memory of this. You know what I'm saying? But I have to,
hey, but shout out, being a nice husband. You were like, all right, honey, take one for the team. Literally. All right, let's go.
But I mean, there's way too many in Oakland, man. What's funny? One of the funniest ones was I was there during the Jamarcus Russell era, and we were playing the Philadelphia Eagles when they had Donovan McNabb. We were supposed to lose this game, and we ended up beating them. And while Jamarcus is running the clock out, kneeling the ball, and everybody's still booing them. The entire crowd. I loved every second of it. Like, we're the only team that would win and still boo the hell out of Jamarcus Russell. So,
oh my gosh,
that's one of my favorite memories. But there's too many. I literally grew up there. I can't even count how many games I've been to. So there's just so many memories in Oco. And I was there for our A's when Ricky Henderson broke the stolen base record.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, my uncle is Steve Sachs. He played for the Yankees at the time. And our A's were playing the Yankees, and so I got tickets, and I was there to watch that. So that was really cool.
Oh, that's badass, awesome, man. That's a good one. That's a good one. So who are so Ricky? Then I imagine one of your favorite A's players. How about Raiders, man? Who growing up? Who were your favorite Raiders?
Tim Brown is my favorite athlete of all time. Period. Point blank. And I mean out of any sport, like just period. Tim Brown. I grew up idolizing him. No one can ever feel that man's shoes in my heart. Like Tim Brown, because I'm a Notre Dame guy too. So, Tim Brown is just my guy. He's my guy. But I have a lot, I love Matt back in the day. I thought Napoleon Kaufman was very underrated. I grew up loving him. Marcus Allen, Bo Jackson, Howie Long, the list goes on. But Tim Brown and me is always going to be Mr. Raider and my number one.
Right on.
Yeah.
So, okay. So you have this incredible Raider fandom. You grow up a diehard Raider fan, but you got into the music game. That was kind of like your first creative outlet and your creative expression. What motivated you to then launch into being a Raiders content creator?
I married, kids, like that whole life of, performing all the time, doing the clubs and traveling. It just got to a point where I'm like, I'm married, man. I want to settle down and relax. I don't want to, run around all over the place. And, people have been telling me my whole life, you need to get in the sports realm because you know your team so well. And what I mean to tell you, everybody has told me this growing up. And one day I just literally went and invested in a bunch of equipment. I sat there and looked at it for like four to 5 months. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know what to do. I shot my first video, and from there it was just an addiction, man, because I just love talking Raiders football. Like there's nothing like it. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, man, that's pretty much the story. But music, 20 years of my life, but the Raiders were always my first love. You know what I mean? So it was an easy transition for me. And the cool thing is I still make Raider anthems, so I still get to do my music.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So it actually, I'm kind of, creative juices are rolling all over the place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Those your anthems are awesome, man. It was one of the first times that we were made aware of who you were and what your content was. And Jeff and I watched one of your videos, and Jeff's like, "This is badass." You know what I mean? He was like, it was so
on
good.
All my playlists on Spotify, bro.
But just
I appreciate you, Swaggy.
Just like that, the quality of the content, just like what you put out. It's fantastic, man. And so, being a Raider fan, and then and this is my last question for you before I flip over to Jeff here. So you got this diehard Raider fandom, you got this musical talent, ability, and all these things you do with that. When you combine those two worlds, you got a lot of Raiders that are rappers, because rappers want to be athletes and athletes want to be rappers, right? Yeah. Which of the Raiders are actually good? Tell us who Raider Nation needs to actually, if they want to hear good hip hop, who's actually good at it? And don't say Antonio Brown.
Man, I might get killed for this, man. None of them.
Oh, nice.
Look, I love that Darren Waller has an outlet. I love it. Like I'm here for. I listen to his stuff. I check him out. I support everything that Darren Waller does because I love him as a human being, and he's a Raider.
Absolutely.
But me personally, I have my own kind of taste in music, and this new age stuff is a little different than what I came up on. You know what I mean? So I'm a little up there. I'm 38. Waller's a little younger. So I don't know, man. The new stuff doesn't do it for me. You know what? I'm sorry. There was one record where Waller and Max did together, and
Love that one. Love that one.
You know what? I like that. I got to give Waller a little bit more credit. I have to start really. I got to kind of dive a little bit more into his music. I've heard some stuff with Max on there that was cool, but I'm very picky when it comes to music, man. And to be honest, this may sound weird coming from a guy that raps, but all I listen to is R&B. I'm a 90s R&B guy. Like that's all I listen to. I don't listen to rap music. So it has to be really, really special to kind of catch my ear. But, shout out to Waller, shout out to Max. I respect anyone that's trying to do anything like with them, especially with the sobriety and stuff like that. I know firsthand how it feels to have an outlet that can help you with that. You know what I mean? So like I said, I hope no one feels like I'm taking a shot because I'm just not really a rap guy, period.
Oh, you, man. You like what you like, man.
Yeah. It's 90s hip hop, 90s R&B. I'm just like the golden age.
I'm all about that too, man. Yeah. That's my jam too, you know.
Yeah, but shout out to them. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Well, then, speaking of Darren Waller and Max Crosby and all that stuff, so kind of shifting gears and talking about the Raiders a little bit. We talked about last night on the show Murph asked me, who do you think on the offensive and defensive side of the ball, who's your breakout guys this year? So Murph went with Anthony Averett and Zeus White. And then since he stole my Zeus White answer, I went with DeMarcus Robinson and who did I go with on the defense? I went with Rocky Sin.
I love it. To be honest, you guys have
so give me your take on that.
You guys have really great guys, and I was just out here in Dallas a few weeks ago, and I went to a backpack giveaway, and a few Baltimore Ravens were actually there. Jonathan Abram was supposed to be there. Shout out to him. He had a family emergency, he couldn't make it. But I spoke with a few of the Ravens, and I asked them, I said, look, you guys, how do you feel about Anthony Averett? And every one of them kept saying, double A. Oh, he's going to kill it for you guys. You know, I'm a huge fan of Anthony Averett. I do think he'll break out this year. He was kind of forced into the starting lineup last year because of all the injuries they had. So I'm excited to see him in more of a full capacity kind of thing. Because if Mullen can't come off this PUP list, Anthony Averett's definitely going to be a starter out there. But I'll go a different. It's easy to kind of say maybe Trayvon Merrick because I think he's going to take that next step into Pro Bowl guy this year. But I'm not going to go there. I'll go a little different.
Okay.
I think on the defensive side of the ball, I'm going to go with my guy that I've been really, really high on. And I don't know how much playing time he's going to get this season. I'm going to be real. But since last year, if you guys watch my shows, on all of my mock drafts, I had this one guy out of Buffalo, right, named Malcolm Kuntz.
Yeah, man.
I'm a huge, huge fan of Malcolm Kuntz. I think with Patrick Graham, with this system, I just think that it fits. You know, I mean, I can see him 4-3, 3-4. It doesn't matter. I can see Malcolm Kuntz on the field a lot. So I think Malcolm Kuntz, I'll lean a little different with the name that not a lot of people will probably go towards.
Sure.
Offensively, you guys this may come as a shocker. I'm going to go with Alex Leatherwood. To be honest,
I love it.
Yeah. You know, first round guy, you know, he did not live up to the hype last year. I don't think a lot of our first rounders have as of late, but I think this year with Carmen Brasillo, I think this guy is kind of like that offensive lineman kind of whisperer. And I think he's going to unlock a lot of potential that Alex Leatherwood has. This guy, people tend to forget that he was rated the best offensive lineman in college. You know what I mean? He was the most penalized as well. And that showed last year, you know what I mean? Because rookie, still getting used to the speed of the game. But I think that Leatherwood, moving him back to tackle, I hope, really solidifies him as having a breakout year. And then keep an eye on also my guy Foster Moreau, because Josh McDaniels loves those two tight end sets. And I think with two guys that are 6'4", with him and Mac Hollins in the red zone, a lot of people are going to be looking at Devontae, Waller, and Renfro. And you got two big guys that you can get the ball to in the red zone. So keep an eye on Foster Moreau, Alex Leatherwood, and I'm going to go with Malcolm Kuntz.
There you go. I love it. And one that kind of we talked about and you brought up on a few shows ago, Jayon Brown.
Oh, love
I love that guy, man. So that guy, being that we live in Middle Tennessee, when the Raiders weren't on, it's usually the Titans game on while we're cleaning the house or cooking meals or doing whatever before the Raider game. So we got to see a lot of Jayon Brown, and that guy's a freaking he's a beast, baller, dude. Man. Yeah, he's a baller. I'm looking forward to him.
We've been waiting for that cover linebacker. You know, we thought Littleton was going to be the guy, and he shit the bed. I mean, sorry, I don't mean, you know.
No, you're good.
No, you guys,
Yeah, but Jayon, man, a few years ago, I mean, it's not too far removed. He was like the #1 rated cover linebacker in the league. And you guys know, like you said, you're in Tennessee, you guys got a chance to see him. That's one of my sneaky pickups in the offseason was Jayon Brown and also Deron Harmon, the closer, man.
Yeah, me too, man. I think Deron Harmon is way underrated on that signing, man. He's going to come in there, like, especially on third downs, no more of those long ass 3rd and 15, Patrick Mahomes scrambling around and finding Tyreek Hill because no one's covering him. You know what I mean? Somebody like Deron Harmon's going to play the ball, man. I'm looking forward to that as well.
I got 2016 Reggie Nelson kind of vibes. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Reggie Nelson was he started getting exposed a little later on, but 2016 Reggie Nelson, Pro Bowl Reggie Nelson, I'm getting those vibes of Hardman at the end of his career be coming in and kind of balling out for us. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Definitely. Right on, man. Well, hey, so another, excuse me. Another thing we talked about on the show last night a little bit is a lot of the love that the media has been giving us this year.
Yes.
This offseason, it just feels a little different. A lot of people, Rich Eisen, Colin Coward and stuff like that.
Kyle Brandt,
Adam Rank, all these different guys.
Shine.
Yeah. They're giving us mad respect and picking us to do big things. Where in the past, every time you heard the Raiders being talked about on the news, it was, something bad or how we were going to suck or anything like that. No love, no respect, anything like that. So, so the questions posed, what's different about this year? Why is it now that it seems like people are kind of wanting to show a little love to the Raiders?
Well, listen, we can be honest. These past few years, as a recent memory, there's not too many years that we've been coming off a playoff berth, right? I mean, at that point, we're coming off. We were a play or two away from actually winning a playoff game against the team that went to the Super Bowl. So the hype is already there, especially with all the stuff, all the animosity that we had to overcome. And then it's just easy, right? You go get Devontae Adams, the best wide receiver in the game. You get a top 10 edge rusher in Chandler Jones. I know he's a little up there in age, but he can still get to the quarterback. He's not the same guy against the run that he used to be, but I still think that he's going to be a baller for us this year. And we went and extended our guys, our homegrown guys. You lock down Max, you lock down Renfro, you lock down DC. There's a lot to be excited about. But to be honest with you, with all the love we're still getting a lot of hate because the AFC West, everyone got better. Everyone got better. And this is going to be a fight to the death. You know what I mean? But I feel like this year, this new regime, they made the media have to respect us until proven otherwise.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I mean, you go get a Devontae Adams.
Great answer. Yeah.
At this point, it's just like, come on. Like, if you want to, now you're just hating, blatantly hating, if you just said the Raiders had a terrible offseason. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
you're just blatantly Mike Florio.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's such a bum. He's such a
he's an idiot, man.
He's the worst.
Yeah.
He's an idiot. Okay. Well, so what's our record this year?
12-5.
We're just gonna go for it, man. How do you think the Raiders are gonna do? And how many? And do you have? Obviously, you probably have the Raiders winning the division, don't you?
Yes.
Of course you do. So okay, so
I have to win the division every year.
Well, yeah, you do. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what's the record?
12-5.
There you go. We're all consent. So Murph asked me last night too. He goes, because Murph has them at 11-6. Because used to it was
we're going to lose some stupid ass game we shouldn't, like the Jaguars or Pittsburgh or something. We're going.
I disagree with you this time.
Okay, please do. Tell me why I'm wrong.
With this roster and with this new regime, we're going to win the games we're supposed to win. Like, I don't feel like there's any of those games where we're like, oh man,
like Atlanta, like a couple years ago, none of that shit.
I was there at that game, and I flew out there for that game. That was a terrible experience, but I just feel like with this team is different, man. I don't see us losing any. I think we blow out the teams we're supposed to blow out. And don't get me wrong, I think Jacksonville may be better this year with with Doug Peterson over there. This guy's won a Super Bowl. They finally got Trevor Lawrence some help. So I'm not going to overlook any team.
ATN will be back. He didn't play last year.
Yeah, but I just think we're going to win the games that we're supposed to win. The few losses that I have, a few of them are division games because you're not going to win every one of them. Every one of these teams are very, very tough to beat. I think I had us pretty much breaking even with each team in our division, going 3-3. So we lose to KC once, lose to Denver, lose to the Chargers once. A surprise loss that I had was the Colts because we're coming off of 2 road games back to back with Jacksonville and New Orleans, and we're going back home. I think we're going to be exhausted. It's very tough traveling and playing the game, So, but there's a few, and then the Rams potentially Thursday night. That's a short week, and they're the NFL champs. You know what I mean? So you can't overlook those guys. But I think we beat the teams that we're supposed to beat. I don't see any of those trap games anymore. With this new regime, these guys are used to winning, and I think that this culture. I don't know if you've seen today. Like Andre James and Derek Carr, there was a fumble in practice. Both of them running laps. The coaches are like, "Get your ass out there and run." You know what I mean? Like,
I love that.
Yeah. So DC is out there talking to Andre James, saying, "This is what we need to do better while they're running their laps." Like, this is the team, and I keep hearing one word from all these guys, and it's details. That's what you want to hear. That's what you want to hear because winning is in the details. That's like teams that win it every year. The New England Patriots, these teams that create these dynasties, is all in the details. And I'm excited, man. I think that this team is different. I do think it's way different, especially with the new GM. I love Zeke. I'm a huge fan of Zeke. So yeah.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, and you're right, man. You know, the details of this, you know, and every coach will tell you that they're detail oriented, but when you see all the pre-snap penalties, you see the players not knowing what their assignments are. You know, think back to like when Paul Gunther was there, like, you know, installing, you know, schemes that never saw fruition in a game, or what we heard like from what Will Compton had told us about how, or PG would call in like a set or whatever, and they never even ran it. Yeah. Like, he's like, where am I supposed to go? Like, they were so much confusion. Yep. And that's all those details that you're talking about. And so it is. And the other thing I like about it too, is that you hear details and then adaptation. That is so cool too, right? Because like you mentioned Patrick Graham running all these different, you know, types of sets. You know, there is no 4-3-3, 4-5-2, whatever. They're just gonna go out there and take advantage of matchups, and that's gonna be amazing. You know,
well, and from a defense that made no sense with Paul Gunther to a very, very predictable kind of vanilla defense, you know, with Gus Bradley, to like a perfect blend of just Patrick Graham. Every team he faces, there's going to be a different look. You know what I mean? So he's going to confuse quarterbacks. He's going to confuse offensive coordinators with these looks that he does. Like you said, no, there's no 4-3-3-4, whatever. What did he say a while ago? They said, what do you run, a 4-3-3-4? He said, yes.
Yes.
That was his answer. Yes.
Perfect answer.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I just think with him, I honestly believe that Patrick Graham is the defensive Josh McDaniels, because they both plan to attack their defense. There's different looks every week.
Yes.
So I'm excited, man. I'm excited, man.
That's awesome. So what games you going to this year?
So I'm supposed to be, I don't know yet. I can't really let the cat out the bag yet, but I may be at in Vegas for all the home games. Shout out to my brother, Raider Cody, and Samoan Raider, my brothers, man. We're supposed to be doing something out there. I'm not sure yet. We haven't locked everything in, but we may be out there for a lot of the home games. But like I said, it's not set in stone yet.
Okay.
Road games, I'll be in New Orleans. I'm gonna go rock with my brothers, with Murph and Swaggy in Tennessee.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, bro.
So I will be out there, and I'm thinking about, I'm in Dallas, so I'm thinking about going to the Kansas City Monday night game. It's about 7 hours away. I'm just gonna get in my car and drive, man. You know what I mean? But Seattle as well, maybe. I love the city of Seattle, and I love trying to get back home to the West Coast as much as possible. The road games are the easiest because Allegiant Stadium is just charging an arm and a leg for tickets.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, so, but yeah, Tennessee for sure. New Orleans. I may be having hosting a party in Jacksonville, so that may be one of them that I may be going to. But I'm gonna be all over the place. I'm one of them guys. It's a Saturday. I'm like, we're playing tomorrow. Shit. Let me just go jump on a plane and go.
I love it, man.
So that's what we're here. That's what we're here to do this year. So yeah, man.
That's all. We'll look forward to seeing you in Nashville, man. That's just a couple months away. We're gonna have a blast. We're gonna have a big tailgate set up, and Music City Raider Nation does a great party the night before, and so we'll definitely get with you on all the details for all that. We definitely want to link up and with you and your crew, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's ridiculous the amount of Raider fans. I know that we kind of take over no matter what anyways, but it's unreal the amount of people that we've heard from that are coming to Nashville for this game. It's going to be.
I've been to Tennessee twice. I've been to 2 games. Me and my wife, when we used to live in Atlanta, we drive up every year whenever we played them. And I love the fans out there. Titans fans are cool because we would beat them and they'd be like, good job. Congratulations. I'm looking at my wife like
hospitality, man.
Yeah, I'm looking at my wife like I would have never said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I love those guys, and we definitely we are deep out there in Tennessee, man. Our guys ride deep. We go deep anywhere. Anyone that's never been to a road game, I suggest you get on the road because those are the best games, period. Especially now in Allegiant Stadium, it's kind of like we're still figuring it out. It's home, but it's still kind of like last year, it was tough going and watching all these opposing fans in the stadium. The Bears game was ridiculous. It was embarrassing to see all those guys take over our stadium. I never knew that there was that many Ravens fans. Week 1, I was like, what's all this purple? What's going on? You know what I mean? So, but I'm excited, man. These road games, those are the ones. Nation, if you do not travel with the team, I suggest at least a week or 2 out the season, get on the road because that's when you see the nation in full force.
Amen. Amen. Well put. Well put. Well, you've been, Graphk, you've been incredibly kind with your time today. Before we let you go, though, I do want to ask you about, you got a huge event coming up, your week 0 kickoff party. Tell everybody about that. Tell them where they can find you. Tell them how they can get tickets and what you got going on.
August 27th, Adelanto, California. It's in the high desert. It's about an hour outside of LA, kind of near Victorville, Ontario area. Week 0, Raider Nation kickoff. We got a bunch of content creators coming out. I want you guys to come out. I mean, are you guys gonna be free, or I'm gonna call you guys?
Okay, yeah, because I'm in Vegas for the final preseason game against New England that weekend. I'm not sure what I'm travel schedule.
That's actually cool because I'm supposed to be out there with Stu. The alumni party is that night. So
okay,
Stu will be out there, and Stu is one of the guys that's throwing this event with me, him, and Samoan. So we're supposed to have a bus to take some of the players from Vegas out to Adelanto. So we need to have a discussion.
Okay. For sure.
But yeah, August 27th, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. So far, Mitchell Rans will be out there. Our brother Raiders.Scout will be there. Mount Shillmore, Wasted Hammer, Andy, myself. We got Warren Sapp. I know a lot of people are mad about that, but I look, Warren Sapp is one of the greatest football players of all time. I get it. I know people are upset, but we have him. We got Stu. We have a bunch of other players.
You got Randy Moss and Jamarcus Russell coming too.
Hey, that's all I've been getting in every comment. Is Randy and Jamarcus coming too, but I promise you guys, those two are not coming.
Okay, you're good.
We have some other players to be announced. We have Too Short. He's gonna be performing.
Oh, that's legendary, man. That's awesome.
Corrupt will be performing, and then I'll be performing my 2 Raider songs. One with my boy Pookie Alzado and my boy AP9, and then I'll be doing the Soul Nation as well. It's going to be great, you guys. I'm telling you, this is going to be huge. And then right when the event is over, it's in the parking lot of the big Adelanto Stadium. Go inside. It's I forget what is it? It's Blazing Trees Tour. Rick Ross, Ludacris, Soulja Boy, Busta Rhymes. The list goes on. I mean, it's insane. So this is going to be something where we wanted the nation to get a bigger look with this big Burning Trees festival right afterwards. A lot of other people are going to see the nation in full force. So we wanted to make sure everybody's seen it. You know what I mean? But August 27th, go to canxs.com to get your tickets. They're only $10. We're not charging an arm and a leg. $10 to get into the kickoff party. Week 0 is gonna be crazy. So canxs.com. I think it's CANNEXS.com. So canxs.com. Go get your tickets now. If you guys want to reach out to me in my DM to figure out an easy way to get, I'll send you guys the link. You know what I mean? Anyone that wants to be a part of it, reach out to me at Graphk Raider on Twitter or Graphk916 on Instagram, and I'll definitely take some time out of my day to send you guys a link to pull up. So yeah.
Man, well, you are the man. We appreciate you very, very much. And I can't tell you, man, there's one of the cool things about this Raider content creator thing is that, we have these amazing communities of people that support our art and what we do. And yes. But there's friendships, there's genuine friendships that have evolved through the content creators and you represent, us and that spirit better than anybody. I gotta give you credit. And I know you're a humble guy and you don't like getting a lot of compliments, but it's the truth, man. You got a big platform. You use it well. You do a lot of good with it. You talk about mental health. You talk about a lot of good things. You do a lot of good things that build up and lift up communities, not, just talk shit and bash things down and all that kind of stuff that a lot of folks can do. And so I appreciate you and we appreciate you and what you're doing out there, man.
I appreciate that. But I want to tell all other content creators, you have to get to the point where you don't see numbers. It's all about impact. And that's one thing that drove me to Murs Fan Cave, to you and Swag, the stuff you guys do in the communities. Like, that's what the nation is about. A lot of these guys get wrapped up in these subscribers and in these views. It's not about that. I'm all about impact. I'm blessed to have the following that I have, thank God, and shout out to the nation, but it's not about that. It's about impact. If we can bring some light to something or light to someone that needs help in the nation, that's what it's all about. The thing with Henry Ruggs, Tina, we raised a lot of money for her because that's what we're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And we don't look for, all the glory. We don't want that. We do this because that's what the Raiders are about. You know what I mean? And all you future content creators, and I wanted to say this again because I said it on Twitter, but I'm gonna say it. You guys are legends, man. You guys are legends. Do not allow any numbers or anything to dictate who you guys are, because I love your show. I don't tune into everything. I'm gonna tell y'all, there's too much going on.
There's too much going on.
Yeah, it's too much. And you know, I think I played a heavy part in that. You know, I definitely did. It's a good and a bad thing sometimes, because there's just so much going on that I can't keep up with everything. But I do love to see everybody talking Raiders football. It's a blessing. But you guys, man, continue to kill it, man, because I promise you, man, people see it and they respect it. When we were in Ahern and we had those people, the people were excited to see Murph. They were excited to see Swag. And my guys, you know, Mount Shillmore, they were excited to have you guys on the show, because not only you guys put on a great show, but you guys know your shit. And that's what you want people, you know, you want people to know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? And you guys, your show is phenomenal, man. Keep up the great work, and whatever I can do, I'm looking forward to doing some shows this season with you guys. We can cross promote, we can stream on both channels at the same time. It doesn't matter. I just, you know, I want to rock with the people that rock with me heavy, and I definitely rock with you guys. So anything you need from me, brothers, make sure you let me know. And I genuinely mean that from the bottom of my heart, man.
Well,
respect, man.
Very
Thank
kind,
you.
man. Yeah, thank you very much, and look forward to that, man. Yeah, because we always enjoyed our interactions and talking with you. And again, same feelings mutual, man. You know your shit. You put out a good product, and you know, you light and spirit and lifting people up, and that's what it's all about, man. It's all about this community of Raider Nation. We say La Familia, and it's not a joke, man.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I talk to these guys more than I talk to most of my family. You know, I'm on live with Wasted and Andy and my guys, and it genuinely is a family. All the guys in the chat, I know most of these guys. There's over 16,000 subscribers, and I know most of these people's names. You know what I mean? So like that lets you know how tight knit we are. You know what I mean? No one is bigger than anyone in this shit. We all, if we're Raiders, we're all equal. Point blank, period, the end. So it's all good. The numbers are great, but be impactful. And then can I say one thing before we get out of here too?
Please,
Absolutely.
man. Yeah.
I want this is a test, right? I want every content creator and to be a little more selfless and a little bit less selfish. Everybody find a foundation, run up a show, run up a bag for them, do something like that, because that's what this is about, man. This isn't just about me. It's not just about Swag. It's not just about Murph. You know, we do this because we love it. And you know what I mean? And there's people that really need a lot out there, and there's a lot of people in the nation that need help. And we should be doing way more in the community than what we're doing right now. So look, this is a competition I'm sending out to everybody. And I mean all my guys, Sanjeet, Samoan, Mitch, everyone. Pick something, pick a foundation. I don't care what it is, something that means something to you, and run up a bag for them because they can use it. That's it.
I totally agree. And I absolutely love that. And Murph and I have had a lot of conversations over the last few days about that, where, you know, where the podcast thing, talking about the Raiders, that's our passion. We love to do that. We can do it in our sleep, but it's a platform to help Raider Nation. And the One Nation Foundation is, you know, given to different Raider related charities, the Bolitnikoff Foundation, all that. It's the platform to be able to get the word out for that and to help those people. So yeah, you couldn't have said it any better, man. We appreciate it a lot.
No, definitely. And real quick, shout out to Woodson Whiskey as well, one of my sponsors. Shout out to Game Day as well. They're the ones throwing the Atalanto event. So shout out to Game Day, shout out to Woodson Whiskey.
Right on, man. Right on. Well, good deal, man. Well, hey, Graphk Raider, thank you so much for joining us here on Raiders Fan Radio for a quick little interview, man. We love you, brother. Much respect to you, and go Raiders, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you in Tennessee.
My brothers, you guys have a good one.
All right, you too,
See
man.
you, my man.